Today I'm going to show you 3 HomeKit accessories that are life-changing and a bonus one that isn't HomeKit but I'm sure you're going to love either way. Welcome to episode 5 of life-changing HomeKit accessories. Let's get started with one of my favorite accessories for my smart home, and that's the Eve door and window sensor. The door and window sensor has an incredible and very minimal design, and what's cool about it, the way that it works is that you've basically got 2 pieces, one on the actual door and one on the actual door knob, and whenever the door or window crosses the sensor, well, it will actually notify you or alert you or trigger a specific automation. There's multiple ways on why a door and window sensor can be useful. First off, to check if a door or window is actually open. 2, for notification, so you can check if a specific door or window has actually been opened in your home. But if you want to take the full potential of a door and window sensor, it's with automations. Now there's tons of automations you can do. Here's probably one of my favorite ones.
All right, so I'm currently in my dresser, and check this out. As soon as I open the actual, as you can see, the lights automatically turned on. And that is because I've actually got an Eve door and window sensor up there and up there. And Chenny actually has one over here as well. So you can see that is one and that is one right there. I love automations like these because you kind of forget that they're there on how just automatically and blendlessly everything just works. And I'm going to tell you now in the actual video, but what's cool is what happens whenever I close this door. All of the lights in my home turn off after 10 p.m. Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, I've got an automation that whenever you close the door in my bedroom after 10 p.m., all of the lights actually turn off in my home. The blinds actually go down, the curtains actually close, but my bedroom lamps actually turn on and some chill music will start playing. It's one of those automations that it makes you have a product like that actually so useful. We've also got a pretty neat automation from Chenia's studio, and she basically has a bunch of lights in her home, in her studio. She's got like studio lights, she's got a lamp, she's got the top lights, and whenever she had to leave the studio, it was very annoying for her to turn on each and every single one of the lights or go inside of the HomeKit app and turn off every single one of them. So what we did is basically put a door and window sensor in the shoe rack. Yes, you heard that right, in the shoe rack, and whenever she opens it, all of the lights automatically turn off. So it's basically whenever she leaves, she's pretty much, putting on her shoes. So when she leaves, all the lights automatically turn off. It's quite genius, quite stupid, but quite genius if you think about it. Next up is this guy right here. Now, most people actually use smart plug or smart wall switches, but this is an actual smart Wi-Fi switch from Meross. The actual smart Wi-Fi switch doesn't actually require a hub, which is neat, so it automatically works by itself. Now, you do need a little bit of experience in order to install this in your smart home. I basically grabbed an electrician to actually install it in my home. Fairly simple for them, not so much for me. There's a lot of use cases for something like this. For example, I've got like a bunch of actual wall switches in my home, but in a lot of instances, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to have those because in a lot of instances, if you actually have a fully automated smart home, you don't need physical switches in all sorts of forms, because in a lot of places you can literally remove actual wall switches. Here's a clear example for it.
All right, so look, as you can see, I've already got 3 light switches, so I actually needed one more for those lights in the hallway. So it didn't really make sense for me to add a different one, so that's why I actually added the actual switch over there. So I can just activate it with HomeKit, and I can actually turn on and turn off the lights directly from my phone. Now, as I said, lights like this actually make sense to not have an actual wall switch, only if this is all really automated. Mine is personally automated via sensor, so I kind of always forget that it's there. That's why having another one of these, having 4 or 5, it didn't really make sense to have in my home. And I've actually got a couple of these. All the hallway lights are right there that are all driven by a switch that is hidden right inside here. So in some cases, it just truly makes a lot of sense.
There's a lot of people that use switches like this for gardens, for fountains, for outdoor lights, or even for indoor lights like me. For example, as I said, my hallway, those lights, I just replaced it with this. So a smart Wi-Fi switch can't really live by itself. I mean, it technically could because you can ask Siri or your Apple Watch to turn on a light, but if you want to take the full potential, you can pick up a door and window sensor, and whenever a door opens, this guy can actually turn on, or a motion sensor like I have it. It's basically like advanced level of automations or advanced level in HomeKit. But yeah, I think it's time for you to get one because they're pretty cool. Next up is an extremely light and extremely reliable LED strip. It's probably one of my favorite ones because it's from Eve, and Eve always makes the most reliable smart home products. And you know, a smart home product, you just want it to be reliable, and the Eve light strip is extremely reliable. It's got a premium LED architecture providing a full spectrum of white and color lighting as well, so it will let you turn it off and on, dim or brighten it, or even change the color selection. You'll get extremely bright 1800 lumens, so yeah, it gets pretty bright. I've actually got the light strip over here. I don't know if you can see. I love the fact that, you know, I personally have one in my studio as well, so I love the fact that I can change the mood in my studio. It helps you set the mood so well, changing the color, but so much I prefer changing the temperature of my actual room. What's neat about the light strip is that it's actually got Apple's HomeKit adaptive lighting. The light will basically adapt to the outdoor light color. Basically, if it's a really sunny day out right now and there's extremely white light coming in your home, well, your lights will actually turn on very white. But if it's starting to get sunset, it will be a little bit more warm, so it will actually go through the actual color of the lighting from outdoors. It's super cool. I mean, you gotta see it in action.
All right, let me give you a quick hands-on with the LED strips themselves. So it's currently a super sunny day, so you can clearly see how bright the lights actually get in sunny lighting. It's cool because they're actually hidden right here. I hope you can see them. There you go. But you can't really see them right there. And as you can see, the actual temperature of lighting, it's currently like very whitish, and it matches the lighting from outside. So if you compare both outdoor lighting and the indoor lighting, it's pretty matched.
Next up is a pool cleaner that, I mean, you just gotta see it in action. Check it out.
Let me tell you about today's sponsor, which is the Subaru BlueNexus robotic pool cleaner. It's basically like a smart robot vacuum cleaner that you have in your house, but in your pool. It's got precise positioning with GeoGuru. It's got ultrasonic and infrared laser integrated ranging sensors with advanced underwater slam technology. What does that mean? Well, it's basically the technology that autonomous cars use today that lets you track obstacles. So it will basically 3D map your entire pool so it can avoid obstacles and actually know where it's actually going. So look, it's currently doing a mapping, same thing as you would do something like, you know, robot vacuum in your house. It's currently doing it. So it's just going through all the pools, so it will actually know how big the pool actually is. You've got a couple different cleaning modes. In fact, we've got 4. We've got smart cleaning, floor cleaning, wall cleaning, and all around cleaning. Yes, you heard that right. Wall cleaning. It will actually go in the walls. It's like Spider-Man. The smart mode is honestly my favorite because you just put it on and it automatically does its own thing. So you basically don't really have to worry about it. It's a 100-watt power suction motor. Basically means that all the crap in your pool, it's got so much power that it will suck everything up. So it's suitable for families' pool of all sizes, shapes, and materials. It tackles leaves, hair, particles, tiny rocks, whatever. I mean, if your kid drops something, it will suck it up as well. What's crazy is that Subaru has actually done this experiment that they've actually put 20-centimeter leaves and it sucks it up as well. And you know what sucks about other robot pool cleaners is that you've got this really long cable and then you gotta charge it somewhere. This one, you just gotta charge it in to charge it, and then it's actually got a battery life. You just put it in and it does its own thing. I mean, look at it. It just does its own thing. Apart from all of that, you've got 3.5 hours of battery life. It's super easy to clean and maintain. You've also got the Subaru app on your iPhone, which will let you view the cleaning process in real time with statistics, or if there's anything that got stuck in the actual robot, it will let you know. All right, let me give you a hands-on on the product itself. The first thing you gotta know is if you lift this tab up, you get all the, you know, all the dirt inside of it. Check this out. I mean, this pool right now is super clean. Check how much dirt it actually got. So it sucks up a bunch. This right here is where you charge it. This is the actual turbine. And this right here is where you turn it on. This is where you change the mode. You've got 4 different modes. 1, 2, 3. And this is where you change the time. If you wanted to only vacuum, well, vacuum for an hour and a half, 2 hours, or 2 hours and a half, you can just change the modes. The wheels are super grippy. This is how you actually hold it, and I like how heavy it is, and I mean it as a good thing. And these are the actual sensors that will actually map your entire pool. And yeah, that's a quick look on the design. So yeah, if you're interested in the BlueNexus pool cleaner, links are down below in the description. I mean, if you want to have a smart home or if you want to have a smart pool and make your pool clean for you, you gotta get this guy. I mean, it's honestly amazing.
If you want to discover new HomeKit accessories, you gotta check out all of the life-changing HomeKit accessories episodes that we've checked out in the past. They're right here, or if you're new to the channel and you like HomeKit, I mean, you've landed on the right place. Hit subscribe if you're new.